So we went to this mansion party, man, Paul and Juice. And then the mansion party, they was in there wilding, the motherfucker, cocaine everywhere, weed everywhere, hoes everywhere, motherfuckers naked. It's off the chain. So I ended up went in this room where it was majority of niggas was in there, and I thought they was getting high, but they was freaking and shit. And Paul them like, yeah, I had came out the room and said to ask Paul, now what the fuck are you doing in there? He said, oh, we forgot the tea, country. You got to go take one for the tea. I'm like, take one for the fucking tea? What the fuck y'all talking about? They said, oh, yeah, that room you just went in, that's why we were laughing hard to hear when you was going in there, because, them fake, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas over there, they on some old shit, you get what I'm saying? So they like, yeah. So for us to get this TV show, me, you, or Paul got to go in there. One of us got to go in there and take one for the team.
If y'all go way back when we was 666, and we used to rap about the honeycomb hideout. The honeycomb hideout, we did all that. We the boys, the stars and everything. Old Paul illustrated everything.
Alright, y'all. What is going on? It's Black Balloon. And I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. We're finally getting to the highly requested Gangsta Boo video. And in this video, we're gonna start off just a little bit different for the sakes of me getting my channel back, and me just having to do a few things a little different on this channel to keep it from not getting deleted again, and just kind of keep YouTube hands off of this channel. All right, so we are gonna get into the good stuff, but first we're just gonna talk a little bit about the background of Gangsta Boo through this article, right? Just so we can get a little bit familiar for those that may not know. So it says, Gangsta Boo, Memphis rapper, formerly with 3 6 Mafia, dies at 43. Born Lola Cantrell Mitchell, she was one of the first female rappers to build off the gangster rap image and sound that took off in the 1990s, right? So it says, the Memphis rapper and former member of 3 6 Mafia, who, as Gangsta Boo, helped define Southern rap with her confident flows and forged a path for other female artists, died on Sunday in Memphis. She was 43, all right? So the first thing we get, she died on a Sunday. She also died on January 1st, the first day of the year in 2023. Now, if you put 2023 backwards, you get 322, which we all know that represents Skull and Bones. Now, another thing, as far as her dying on Sunday, there's a long list of celebrities who have died on Sundays. A long list. I actually have a video on this channel where I put a clip of how many celebrities have died on a Sunday. I think the biggest celebrity to die on a Sunday recently is Kobe Bryant. Nipsey Hussle also died on a Sunday. The dude who filmed Boys in the Hood and a bunch of more movies, he died on a Sunday as well. Excuse me for not remembering his name right now. But there's a bunch of celebrities who's died on a Sunday. We know Sunday and sun worship go hand in hand. So that's why a lot of celebrities, a lot of rituals are done on Sundays. Now it says, she was found dead on Sunday afternoon in a neighborhood west of Memphis International Airport. No immediate signs of foul play. So supposedly she died from an overdose. And if I'm not mistaken, I think her brother actually overdosed the night before and was sent to the hospital, and, he survived. So supposedly this is a fentanyl-laced overdose. And y'all already know what I think about overdose. Rather, she was given something that, obviously killed her. Rather, it was planned this way. But every time, one of these older artists die, it's always from an overdose. And not to mention how many deaths we've kind of been getting out of Memphis lately. Especially, this kind of goes right back to Big Scar dying a couple of weeks ago, which he died from an overdose as well. Then just a few days later, basically, Gangsta Boo dies on a Sunday, January 1st, from an overdose. Right? And so it says their debut album, Mystic Styles, a nightmarish addition to the booming rap scene at that time. The album, part of a subgenre of rap known as horrorcore, captivated listeners with its dark references to death and murders, its eerie beats, and its ominous vocals. Gangsta Boo referred to herself on the album as the Devil's Daughter, capturing the supernatural tone of the project. So, that already kind of gives us the idea that way back in 1995, when DJ Paul was nothing but maybe 17, Gangsta Boo 16, Juicy J, they all around the same age. Crunchy Black, they all around the same age as each other when this group started. So you have to ask yourself, what was a 17, 16-year-old, 17, whatever DJ Paul was, since he's basically the one that started the group. What was he doing already with the knowledge of the 666? He was 17 years old, basically already pledging allegiance to the devil. At 17, he already had some of this knowledge in play. They were already called 3-6 Mafia. It didn't turn into 3-6 Mafia when he became 25. He was a teenager with that name already. And as we go through this video, we're going to dig into the, kind of the history of 3-6, go a little bit into Lord Infamous, go a little bit into Koopsta, the two that are already dead. I have clips from him. I have clips from Crunchy Black, and we're just going to go into what they were actually doing, and how they were very aware that they were playing in the devil's playground. They were sitting in the devil's den, and they were worshiping the devil. They were believing in the devil. They did everything with purpose. They did everything with intent. They did the things that we talk about on this channel, and they did it on purpose. They had intention behind it to creep into your mind. When we go into one of the documentaries that Koopsta made, he tells you they did this with intent. And in their songs, while you always heard, 3-6 Mafia, 3-6 Mafia, and you always heard shit repeating, they did it on purpose so it seeps into kids' minds. So their music implants into your brain that eerie vibe. It goes, it goes into your mind. It's all for the kids. And we're gonna listen and watch the clips where they explain it, that this was all done on purpose. And it partly was an image for the music, but at the same time, they actually, dwelled in the devil's game, in the devil's playground. They played in the devil's playground. So I just wanted to start this video off to kind of just let you know where it was going to go, and we're kind of going to just dig into the whole devil worshiping thing with 3-6 Mafia instead of just making this video, just about Gangsta Boo and her overdose. I figured we'd take this video to, kind of unearth it all, So with that being said, we're going to jump into this first clip. So check this out.
I just got my tongue pierced. But I love Murder Dogs. They helped us out a lot. We love you. Thank you. Y'all helped us go gold. Thank all of our fans. We love everybody. Keep buying our shit. My album is Inquiring Minds. Gangsta Boo. We got 3-6 Mafia, Turn Club of Thugs. A lot of shit from 9-8 until 2 G's. You know what I'm saying? That's eternity. So fuck with us.
I don't know what other guys will come tell you, hey, well, nah, we want, man, look, you don't play with the 666 name, right? You know what it is. You do have a conscience. The average person go and say 666, I'm 666. You just straight up, somebody gonna come and say, you going to hell. And if you really with that Christian religious shit, you gonna think you going straight to hell. You get what I'm saying? So we knew what the fuck it was, I knew what the fuck it was, and I enjoyed it.
But being signed to the devil, what do you mean by being signed to the devil?
Right, just keep on making the fire and the lights gonna go out now. Big hit the light switch, big. Nah, nah, nigga, you know what I'm talking about, man. 3-6 Mafia, man. Come on, man. I can't give you all the goddamn secrets, man. Come on. Go give Beats a couple over there. No, but you know what I'm talking about for real, man.
Yeah.
You know, 3-6 Mafia. We can't call ourselves that shit because just saying the shit, you know, we got to tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, 666. We did the pentagram shit, the what do you call that shit? We did
Ouija
all that,
board.
yeah, the Ouija board. We did all that old spooky ass shit when we was kids. Well, something seemed like it happened. You know what I'm saying? How do you think 3-6 is not like Coop dead, rest in peace, Coop. Lord dead, really rest in peace, Lord. You get what I'm saying? And here come me, Paul, and Juicy is still alive. Just imagine if Boo was dead. Don't want Boo to be dead. Then it might wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? But since it's still 4 of us, it's still straight. You see what I'm saying? If the 3 of us die, then the little shit we probably did for real or didn't do for real wouldn't work.
Now, y'all see what he just said, right? He said if 3 of us would die, then the little shit that we did or wouldn't have did wouldn't work. Now, if you caught what he said before that, he said, now imagine if Boo died. Then he, corrected himself and said, now I don't want Boo to die. But what would make him say, me, and I'm speaking as Crunchy Black, he said, me, Paul, and Juicy, we still alive. And then he said, now what if Boo died? Like, what would make him put her as the one who's gonna die? Why he ain't say me, Boo, and Juicy still alive, and then be like, now what if Paul died? Now imagine if Paul died, or imagine if Juicy died. It's very eerie and odd that he chooses to say, now imagine if Boo died. Imagine if Gangsta Boo died. But I don't want her to die. It's very odd that he chose her name instead of DJ Paul or Juicy J. Then he goes on to talk about how 4 of them are still alive. So he was basically saying the stuff that they did, all the devil worshiping that they did and rituals that they did, it would have basically he was trying to say that it wouldn't work, or it may not have worked if 3 of them ended up dying. But at the same time, it's kind of a play on their entire group name. They were 3-6 Mafia. And now, guess what? 3 out of the 6 is now dead. So, no. What they did, yes, it did work. Because the devil never, holds up his end of the deal. And now, part of that deal is now complete, that 3 of them, 3-6 Mafia, are now dead. And basically, the 3 that are mostly famous to the world, Crunchy Black, Juicy J, DJ Paul, are still alive and kicking. Lord Infamous was very famous and a legend himself, but I would like to think Crunchy, Juicy, and DJ Paul were like the most famous that people would see and be like, okay, I know who they are. You would have to be real fans of them to look at Coop or look at Lord Infamous and be like, you know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people probably, unless you're a real fan, you wouldn't even really, you see Gangsta Boo, most people ain't gonna know who she was. And I'm talking about, you know, the younger people and stuff like that. But they know who Crunchy Black, Juicy J, he's been with Wiz so long. They know DJ Paul. They know who they is. I think DJ Paul, the owner of FaZe Clan. So they got a lot of ties to stuff that's relevant today. So it makes sense why they're the last three out of the group. Now, Lord Infamous was probably the worst. And I'm not saying like the worst as in talent-wise. I'm saying he was like, you know, all of his single songs that were not a part of the group, they were all like, you know, related to the devil. They all was just devil-type titles. He was probably on drugs, the worst. And I actually want to show y'all this little clip of Lord Infamous talking about how when he died, he went straight to hell. So we're going to get right into that. And then I'm going to come back after another clip. We're going to go a little bit more into Coopster's story as well. And he's going to talk about the group as well. So check this out.
What's up, Lord Infamous? From the 3-6 Mafia and the Teddy Club of Thugs. Finna kick a little flow out here for Mad Dogs. Something like this here. Essence of the blessings keep me puzzled like enigma. My partner put me down with a stop bound to compressed chiba. My smoking flows like blissful musical notes from mysterious Jifa. On Halloween, I pass it out to all the trick-or-treaters. In 1999, the Middle East will come nuclear bombers. So now, Lord Infamous blasting out with 60 bull and poker hunters. Smoke out your lungs and powder your nose. We grabbing big bushes or something, we kicking, we breaking our season, we breaking our sticks, and we breaking our cigars and make them all stick. 666 Mafia, getting surrounded because we are out of this atmosphere with all the smoke in her eyes of bloody reverberation and tears. Clouds on the right, on the left to the rear. Scarecrow me keep clouds of smoke flying out to mid-lungs. Me keep the spices sprinkled down like a Cajun.
The reason I called this album Back from the Dead is because I've been dead 4 times. Those are the times that I remember. I heard it was more than that. I OD like 3 times. The last time I had a stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, and pneumonia in the same night. I died in the ambulance for like 30 seconds. Seemed like an eternity. But I saw a sign because I was dead, but I was in hell. I went to hell. People say hell is after the judgment day. I guarantee you that's a fucking lie. I went straight there. Do not pass go, do not collect, motherfucker. Straight to hell. You know what I'm saying? The demons were down there torturing me. There were certain hooks in my body. And they were ripping my skin apart. They were ripping my limbs off. And these hooks would turn to coils. And they would drill in my body. They would turn red hot. Like when you stick steel in fire. And they would take the hooks. And they would raise me up into this net hooks. And they would kept inserting my body. And then they would tear me. And then they would slam me down into this lava pit over and over again. And then it will switch up. Some more demons will come. The demons were fighting over me. And the other demons would take me, they would put me in this grinding machine. It was like a big wheel with all these spikes on it.
And what 666 did was made those 2 parts of the city come together. South Memphis ought to go to rap, North Memphis and rap, North Memphis ought to go, you know, cause we was all full of, you know what I'm saying, rappers from all over. So we really just say brought the city together. Yes, I was deeply, I don't know about nobody else, but I can tell you we know we was doing with 666. Hey, we exactly knew what it meant. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you know, I kind of didn't want to get into all that, no matter what I blame God for doing, you know. I hated God for what he did. But as it came to the 666, I don't think I hate him that much. But I did it because it was money. And so, you know, you could, I even had to at the satanic books, the little warlock materials. You know, every warlock got to have a dagger, cut the little punch stars, whatever, little candles and shit. I had all that. I was into all that. So, because something about the other Bible didn't work out. So I can tell you this, we did, folks with 666, some folks were scared of it and left, put it like that. But me, I meant what I was saying. I definitely meant it. I said, so God, you're gonna play like that, huh? Well, I got you. I'm gonna make black folks comfortable with 666. Back then, black folks was like scared of this shit. You know, they wasn't too much on it. It's basically rock and roll. You know, they said 666, they go, ah. Then they start listening to it and go to church. So they said, asked a lot, do y'all worship the devil? They say they Christians, but they bumping 666, you get what I'm saying? So my job was out of anger to make black people get comfortable with their name. And I was very intelligent with it because I read a lot about it. You know, so I read a lot of books. I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Baptist, I'm not an atheist, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a Catholic, I don't believe in Jews, I don't believe in a lot of this bullshit that they make up. It's all to maintain order. Now, I can't talk against religion because without religion, which is what they use to maintain order, if that happened, it'd be a lot of chaos. You get what I'm saying? But I read a lot and I put all that into the music and the energy. You get what I'm saying? Because how you get Satan's name going, you get the kids to liking it. Now today, see, I think we was one of the first people to break it like that. You would think 666 would have been a rock and roll band. So I think I was used by Satan and I think he's a bitch. I don't fear him. I don't even believe in that motherfucker no more. But just to get black people, you know. Once you get the black people, which are the riders of the Bible, they carry the Bible on their back like Jesus, Yahshua, whatever his name is, toted the cross, you know what I'm saying, the crux or whatever. But anyway, we got people comfortable with his name, and we made sure we made songs violent. Very, very violent. We made songs very violent. Everything was violent. Sometimes we used to try to come up with stuff to hypnotize people, like repeated of truth.
All right, so y'all see, this is coming right out of the horse's mouth. He is literally telling you, and I had to cut it off. I would have kept playing that clip. He pretty much summed up what I wanted y'all to hear in like the next 10 seconds from where I cut it off. But I had to cut it off because music started playing in the background, and I don't need a copyright strike on this video. So he basically was going to end it saying that we, as in 3-6 Mafia, we did a lot of repeating stuff. So we would basically hypnotize people, hypnotize kids. And it went on to play that one song. Well, it really wasn't even a song. It was kind of like a mashup. It was just 3-6, 666, smoked out, loped out, 666, 666. And it was basically, it just kept repeating. And if you heard a lot of 3-6 Mafia music, you've heard that, you know, over and over and over. 666, 666, smoked out, loped out. You've heard a lot of repetitive phrases basically in the music. And this is him telling you that we did that on purpose. That's why it was 3-6 Mafia and Hypnotized Minds. They telling you that on purpose. And that was basically their whole theme. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't just an image like I was saying earlier. They actually practiced this stuff with intent. I say it all the time. He said it was, he just told y'all it was evil. It was like, you know, everything was violent. He used the word violent. That means they did it with intention. I told y'all, when you do this kind of stuff, when you do rituals, when you try to hypnotize people, when you try to, you know, basically mind control people, use it through your music, you're doing it with a, you know, a evil intent. That is how you push the spells on people. That's what basically legitimizes it. They're doing it with intent. In their minds, they want to hypnotize you. They want you to be on this low vibration. They want you to go and do some crazy shit listening to this song, or you try and go meet the devil yourself because of this song. That's why I always say intent is big on everything. Doesn't matter, like, it doesn't even have to be toward this kind of stuff. If you have good intentions, you get back from the things that you did with good intentions. Even if it was just, helping somebody, you had good intentions on helping that person. If you have bad intentions and you want to hurt someone, you will get back what you were supposed to get from having those bad intentions and then actually doing it. So it's not, it goes with everything. Intent behind what you do is very important. And when they tell you that they had intention on doing evil shit and repeating phrases to hypnotize you, what else? What else do you need to hear? So once again, I felt it was important for us to go down the entire rabbit hole of 3 6 Mafia in order to understand what may have happened to Gangsta Boo and the things that she was involved in and tried to get away from. So we'll continue on with the video. We're going to go into another clip. So check this out.
Crazy shit going on. We went downtown to do an album cover for Mrs. Styles. And you know me, of course, I'm so with the shit. I got on the guy, that's me on the cross. Just me, Paul Lord, and Juice. Well, Crunch on there, he wasn't there, he wasn't part of the group. Boo hadn't been across yet, and all them other guys. While down there, it's a building. It's called a factory something. But right now, it's on Riverside somewhere. All them houses up on Riverside and shit. It's a warehouse. We ran across some shit we weren't looking for. While at the same time, we heard 666, but then we realized there's some real shit going on. It was actually motherfuckers in this building with the little robes and shit on, little altar up on that motherfucking, looking in that motherfucker. So, we got caught down there. They made us watch. So, we leaving. Well, that was the second time. The first time police would put up like, Memphis police said, y'all shouldn't be down here. So that let me know right then it was some shit going on in this world, in this city by rich folks and politicians that's in this shit. And this shit is really serious. So I told myself, hey, well, I'm not the kind to drink blood because there's 150 some ways of worshiping Satan. Voodoo, you got Satanists, occults, all kind of shit, witchcraft, sorcerers, all this shit. So I guess I was just a goddamn messenger. You get what I'm saying? This shit is real. I went by Southwind and ran across a motherfucker with a bonfire. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it, I said, I guess I was, what you call it? I was a clean, fancy type Satanist.
All right, y'all. Now that pretty much wraps up the Gangsta Boo and 3 6 Mafia video. I kind of really like doing this video. It's almost, even though the things we talking about are pretty serious, but it's almost nostalgic because you get to, go down the kind of the lane of the 90s. There's a bunch of pics in here, from the 90s, the album covers, and just the way everything was back then. It was completely different compared to today. Everything's such low quality. It just kind of brings back a feeling as I was researching and doing this video. Found a lot of good clips for this video, a lot that speaks for themselves. I don't really have to keep going on and on about it. Y'all pretty much, you pretty much get it by now. If you're wondering why there wasn't much Gangsta Boo in this video, is because she never really exposed anything like that. She was the one that tried to get away from most of the stuff that they were doing up to a certain point. I found one thing where she talked slightly about the occult, and rather or not they worship the devil, but she kind of denounced it and she played it off. She was talking to Taqib Kweli, or whatever his name is. on some like podcast, and she kind of denounced it. She said they never, she never believed in the devil or anything. She did acknowledge that she named herself the devil's daughter at one point, but she tried to get away from all that because she probably felt the energy and seen things that was going on that she wasn't cool with and didn't want to be a part of anymore. But I'm sure she did a lot behind the scenes to get to where she was inside of 3-6 Mafia. So I didn't have, it just wasn't much. It just wasn't much to find from Gangsta Boo as far as, her exposing things about the industry to put in this video. But there was a lot from Coops the Nicka and Crunchy Black, considering they talked the most, especially Crunchy Black. I would say him and Coops the Nicka, before Coops the Nicka died, they were probably just as, equal as far as exposing shit about the industry. If I'm not mistaken, Lord Infamous, he died from a heart attack in his sleep. And Coops the Nicka, he died from a massive stroke at like 40 years old. They were both fairly young. Lord Infamous, there wasn't much on him exposing everything except just through who he was, his titles. He had the near-death experience where that pretty much, told you everything you needed to know about him. And like I said, Coopsta and Crunchy, they were the most like talkative. They would actually tell you what's going on. Crunchy Black, y'all already know him from Vlad, that Vlad interview where he said he met the devil, and it wasn't anything like what Lil Nas portrayed him to be. He came as, he came as like your best friend. He came as something that you really wanted, or someone that was really attractive. He really explained it in the way that the devil will approach you. And I definitely agree with what he said. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much the Gangsta Boo and the 3-6 Mafia sacrifice video. It is Sunday. I appreciate every last one of y'all for going and subscribing to the original channel. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. And with that being said, it's Black Balloon. And I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.